Hi sweethearts, welcome to today's video. We are going to be going into a short art therapy exercise just to check in with yourself, feel, see, express, and find some sort of resolution, a different way of understanding yourself and experiencing yourself. That doesn't require words, that doesn't require language, that doesn't require you to be, articulate in any way. Whatever you have today is going to be perfect. So if you have newspaper, if you're using kitchen towels, if you're using an envelope, if you're using an old letter, whatever you have handy. Like, you don't have to be super fancy here. Once you've gathered all your supplies, join me and take a moment to just take a deep breath in, letting it fall out with ease, taking whatever breath you need in this moment. Letting your shoulders drop away from your ears. Letting your jaw soften. Your tongue. The corners of your eyes. Your forehead. The point between your eyebrows. Letting the hairs on your head relax and soften. Sipping in the breath through all of those points, through every pore, every point of contact. Feeling the breath on the tip of your nose, swirling through your ears, relaxing your shoulders and your neck. Breathing into your heart space, into your chest, into your side body, your lower ribs, back body, softening your belly, your pelvic floor and groin. Your hips, your thighs, your knees. Pouring all the way down to your toes, to your feet. Feeling as if you are being washed through like a waterfall of golden light, pouring from the top of your head, through your forehead, your eyelashes, sweeping through you, pouring through you, pouring through your forearms, your elbow, your armpit, and every single finger on each hand. All the way down to the ground. Let yourself settle and sink all the way into your body, not just being a floating head, walking around, but fully residing in this body, deciding for yourself that it is safe here and you belong. and sensing for an anchor, dropping all the way to the center of your body, perhaps recognizing a giant sun. This never-ending, never-extinguishable sun at the center of you. And as you inhale, it inhales with you. As you exhale, it exhales with you, ceaselessly pouring into you. With each breath, you are receiving nourishment, and you are receiving all that you need in this moment. And more. Let the sun be cooling or warming, soft or strong. Let it nourish you in every single bone in you, every single vertebra, every single cell. At any point throughout this practice, if you are experiencing challenge or difficulty, sink into your resource, take a pause, take a breath. Similarly, you can send an anchor from that center, from the sun all the way to the earth, connecting to the energy of grounding, of nourishment, growth, expansion, evolution. And also extending an anchor up into the sky, into the infinite intelligence. Feeling yourself opening up, as if you could understand beyond your normal understanding, as if you could know, as if you could feel, see, and have clarity on all that you desire to experience and explore today. And from this place, we're going to take 10 deep breaths. So inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. In, out, in, out. Perhaps focusing as you breathe in on any anchor that's calling you in this moment. Maybe all three of them. Maybe just one. As you inhale deeply, let it fill you up. 4 more. And exhale fully out. Inhale all the way up to the top of your head. And hold. Hold at the top of your head. Allowing that energy to gather and swirl through your body. And let it go with a gentle shimmy and a shake. So take your pen and paper, and we're going to divide the page into 3. So it's going to look something like this. And in the middle, you're going to draw a human form. So a shape of a human with a head, a body. This doesn't have to be artistic in any way. Just draw anything that has a head, a torso. It can be wonky. It can be weird. It doesn't need to have feet. It can look however it needs to look. So in my instance, this is what it looks like. So allow that to be whatever it needs to be today. And to the left and right, you're going to draw a horizontal line. So on the left top corner, draw a circle, whatever size you feel like it needs to be. Okay, in the top right corner, draw something that resembles a cloud shape. So in my case, it looks like that. Awesome. So now, in the center, we have you. So take some time right now, take some crayons, take some pen and papers to color in whatever you want to color in around you. So it could be around your body, it can be on the inside, it can be around your head, just offering a general feeling tone to your body. If your body right now had a feeling tone, a color, a texture, what would that be? What would that look like? What would that feel like? So do you feel tightness or constriction around your throat? Do you want to draw really squiggly lines around your throat? Is your head busy? How's your heart, your guts, your intestines, your lower back? Is there any place in your body where you feel like there's pain or tension? And if you feel stuck, simply start drawing. So you can begin by doing circles and just remembering that there is no right or wrong in this practice. You are allowed to go beyond the lines. So even if you overlap the other circles, even if you go into the other squares, that's okay. And just to flag, if you want to do these on singular pages, you're more than welcome to do that as well. So start drawing. Today I'm not really feeling like anything is coming up, but I'm just going to allow my head to guide the movement. Just doodling in a way, allowing something to come through, trusting that our bodies have this divine intelligence that might actually know more than us. So as much as we might try and intellectualize something, actually letting our body take the lead might be the best way forward. Staying connected to your breath. If there's any feelings of criticism coming up, allow them to be here. There is absolutely no wrong or right way to do this practice. it doesn't exist. So your inner critic can take a pause right now. And just be in the unraveling. If you want to write down any words, any poems, any adjectives, verbs, maybe you don't even want to color yourself. Maybe you want to draw around your figure. Allow everything to just be okay, giving yourself this full permission to explore and experience. I'm recognizing there's a swirl of emotions in my piece. And I'm not trying to, at this moment, read too much into it. What does it mean? Who am I? Yada, yada, yada. Just simply being in the presence of the process. And just drawing and tuning in to, how you are right now. This is what I have so far. So keep going wherever you are. Allow it to be messy, to be weird. Allow it to change and shapeshift. Perhaps it used to be one thing and now it wants to be a new thing, and you're actually rubbing off the other thing that you really liked. And just hold yourself incredibly gently through this process. It can bring up a lot, so just breathe with me. You are not your story. You are not your textures. You are not your emotions. You are simply having a very human experience in this moment in time. So allow yourself to be the witness. Is there something that you're standing in? How heavy or how light do your legs feel? Is there something around your arms or your throat? Or if you need some help, maybe tuning into an element helps. Is there water, fire, earth, air, ether? Does your energy feel volcanic? Does it feel heavy or light? And remember that you don't need to have the artistic prowess to be able to translate an idea in a way that you want to do it. Simply the way you do it today is perfect. So even if you are using words, can that be okay? If you're experiencing some challenge, simply breathe and be with what is. Perhaps tuning more into the doodling experience, into letting yourself go without needing to fully understand. Remember that you can also use humming in this process, playing your favorite song in the background, lighting a candle, getting a warm cup of tea. Humming really helps us to soothe our vagus nerve, activate our nervous system. So just be with that. Let me tell you guys, today it's not all love and light on my picture, if that makes you feel better. It is, yeah. It is what it is. That's on my side so far.
Good lordy. Good lordy.
Okay, so if you need some more time, feel free to pause the video or keep drawing. In the top left corner, this is going to be your heart space. So this is a closer look on your heart. So begin to draw that experience of what it feels like to be in your heart, to glimpse into your heart, setting the intention that this is a safe space for you to be with yourself, to be with your own heart. And if you need to close afterwards, it is your choice and your autonomy. But for this moment, just be with what wants to be, what wants to unravel and open. Remembering that sacred breath. Perhaps there is a story or a picture that you want to draw in the center of your heart. Maybe there's something that you hold dear. Maybe it's a challenging experience or a challenging moment, or maybe it's simply the perception that you have of your heart in this moment. Notice how you are feeling, and notice how you are feeling about what you are feeling. So those can be two completely different poles of experiences that neither one has to be more true than the other. And the other one doesn't have to invalidate the other. I'm encountering actually a very sad part of me inside of my heart today. She's holding a broken heart and just holding it in her hand and trying to put the pieces back together. And that's okay. And for me, the heart today appears as this womb-like structure that is moving and allowing me to glimpse open and look inside. And actually, it feels good in a way. It actually feels good in the sense that it feels nourishing. It feels like it's just part of the process, like something is being held, supported, cocooned, protected, digested. But looking and seeing for sure does help. I'd love to hear your insights down in the comments below about what's unraveling and what's coming up for you. And perhaps if you're experiencing something challenging or your heart is incredibly closed off and you can't even glimpse into it, maybe with your pen, your pencil, your word, you can write something that you desire. So, for example, this part of me could probably use a hug, could probably use the words, "It's going to be okay." And you can actually undulate a little bit if that feels good to you between feeling the feeling of this part and being the external observer, the parent. So if you need to place your hand on your heart, do so. Maybe you need to allow a little bit of grief or joy or celebration or beauty or tenderness to come through. Recognizing that if we feel our feelings, that is where the medicine lies. In resisting our feelings, we keep building more and more armor that keeps us safe, technically, but simultaneously it keeps us locked away. So, feeling our feeling, add a giant sun or a rainbow into this piece. What I feel like adding is perhaps a little bit of green nurturing energy. Going to draw some branches and some vines just to symbolize new growth, to symbolize that from these parts and these pieces that are coming up, perhaps they can nourish the soil of whatever it is that needs to grow. And if I desire, maybe I can tune into that part and actually physically ask her, what does she need? Or him, what do you need? So I invite you to actually place a hand on your heart and say, what do you need? Remembering that you have that beautiful resource to tune into. And allow that part to show you, to speak to you. What is one thing that you can do to support this part today? And actually, can you go and draw it in the square underneath it? So for example, my part is asking for some help to put together again the pieces of the heart in a new way. So it reminds me of the pottery that was cracked and put back together with pieces of gold, and it actually is all the more beautiful because it was broken. So just going to incorporate that into my drawing. Just putting the pieces of my heart back together. I don't need to know the story, where it came from, who did what, who said what. Can I just be with me, with what is right here in front of me, feeling and being and experiencing and exploring. And if it gets challenging, can I just keep breathing, knowing that I've got this. And actually, I want to put a little flame inside of my heart. I've been feeling lately like I can't quite stoke that flame, so can I just symbolically place this everlasting flame in the heart space, trusting that I don't have to know how it happens, who does it, that I'm held, and yeah, all will be well. Maybe you want to just be with your heart, be with what you've drawn, placing one hand on the page, one hand on your own heart, and just breathing, feeling and inhaling it through your one palm, breathing it in, receiving through the other, letting the alchemy of that be exhaled. Allow yourself a moment to actually receive the gift that you've gifted to yourself. If you need to pause this video, please do so. Just take a moment to feel and to gift to yourself, even if it feels a little bit challenging to receive in this moment. Maybe you can offer some words of encouragement. I am here, I love you, I'm not going anywhere. I see you, I feel you. I'm here with you, my love. I appreciate all parts of you. Thank you for showing me your shadow, your pain, your tension, your desire, your beauty, your joy. Thank you for revealing this part of you to me, knowing that I am a safe space for you to unravel into. Thank you for speaking to me. Thank you for allowing me to honor you in this moment. What's one thing that I can do to continue to nourish this experience? What's one action I can take to nourish the fire inside of my heart, the safety to come together again and to shine in a new and kaleidoscopic way? My heart is asking me to focus more on the presence of the light rather than the absence of it. And you know, if I need an extra helping hand, there's always the beautiful song we probably all know. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. So it's going to be really sweet for me to incorporate that song into some sort of a morning practice, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, to tune into my heart and to remember that even if I feel like my fire has been extinguished or it's not quite there, perhaps I'm not looking in the right place. Perhaps I'm looking at a place that is obscuring my vision. Maybe there is a mirror in front of me. Maybe my heart has really clever protectors and guides where I can't quite see the flame. So tune into your own heart space, maybe you want to complete this practice by writing about it. Maybe you want to come back to it at another time, another moment in time. Just tuning into that beautiful heart of yours. Allowing the fire to pour through, in my case. It's actually really sweet. So now we're going to move to the top right corner. And this is going to be your brain. So go in with whatever is coming through for you. What is the texture? Is there a color, a frequency, a vibe, a continuous emotion, a shape, a contour, a place in your brain, maybe more specifically one over another where you feel more tension? Is there a symbol or an animal? Maybe once again there's a story, a person, a shape that wants to come through, a stick figure. Goodness me, my brain is really trying to take over the entire show. Okay, if you need some more time, please do take it. I'm just gonna show you what's been happening. Like for me today, what I feel is I started drawing a lot of blues, and it spoke to me of just perhaps feeling a little bit emotional. It reminded me of water, of this puddle of water, and at the very center it was darker blue, so it got deeper. It gave me this feeling that within my brain there's that space and that mood that I can get into where I just keep digging, where I can just go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And that's not always a good thing. Or without using good or bad, that's not always the thing that I desire to focus on, because it can take a lot of energy. And I found it really funny that these eyeballs started to come out from around my cloud, from around my brain, as if the brain was trying to see, as if the brain was trying to be something that it's not. And there was just so much chaos around in general. Just this grasping feeling of the brain, like, going into many different directions, not really having a center focus. And this is something that I can relate to in this moment, that I'm trying to grasp and to understand and to see many things at the same time. And yeah, maybe that's not the way. I'm curious what this other way might be for me. And, I'm sharing this very vulnerably with you in the hopes that it gives you a little bit of clarity of how to work with art therapy and how to understand the images that might be coming up for us. And what is coming up for you will be perfect exactly for you. So for me, in the middle one, there's that similar energy that is being mirrored of this very chaotic, actually, when I was drawing it, initially it was yellow and it was orange and it was quite pure, and then I kept drawing more and more layers of color that were obscuring my center. So first I think it was gray, then it was black, then it was this red color, and then it was this green linear thing happening that initially actually started out as a nice thing. I thought I needed some grounding and I wanted to add some vines or some roots, but actually in the end it felt more like ropes or ties or some sort of something that was holding on to me, or that I was holding on to, and I was trying to break free. But in general, it doesn't feel like a very happy, dancey image where I have a lot of freedom and expression and expansion. It feels like I'm actually holding a lot and I'm standing in one place while just all of this is happening. And there's a desire within me, within my life, to actually move forward. So it's curious. There's a lot going on. And there was a lot of shadowy parts that I was drawing in the background, obscuring my third eye. My feet felt very watery, as if there's something spilling over. But the last thing I drew in was this little sparkle in the heart that is trying to break through the shadows. And yeah, so I'm curious if you need some help integrating your drawings. Like, I'm honestly going to say you are the best person to do that. But if you need some guidance, some questions, some support, you can always find me on Instagram, or you can email me. And I can provide some inquisitive questions that you can follow up with. If you desire, but you are the best person for that, for interpreting and for understanding the symbolism of you this moment as your unconscious is communicating with you. So trust that and trust that guidance. And for the last square today, Let's give you a few options. So one option could be hope, a symbol of hope for yourself. Maybe another option could be that you want to draw the medicine for your mind, like we did with the heart. Or you want to draw around a secret or something that is going on in your life that you need a little bit more clarity on. So whatever feels good, whichever one of them was maybe most sparkly, or if you really want to play, whichever one felt most challenging, where you said, oh, I don't need that, I don't care. Whatever, this one's not for me, definitely. We can often find a lot of juice in the things that we most resist and in the things that we are most drawn to. So, or maybe you want to do a drawing that incorporates all four pieces. So whatever you desire today. So we had hope, we had medicine for your mind, we had something in your life right now that you would want a closer look at, and a secret. And if you're drawn to anything else at all, go for that. Remember that you can always go back to these drawings, you can always add more to them. Sometimes it really helps me to actually go to sleep and to look at something with fresh eyes. Or to leave something be and come back to it in a little while. That we do not need to demand or expect any answers from our subconscious. And sometimes it's nice to actually let things rest and digest for a little bit, trusting that when the time is right, the answers will reveal themselves. And what a delightful practice we can make of it to not be governed by our questions, by our inquiries of the mind, that instead we can almost find a way to delight in them, to taste them, to experience them in some way, and to tease them out, and to play with them. So if you need to pause, please do. If you want to spend more time drawing, if you feel like you're in the vibe, if you're in the mood, please do. It's really beautiful to then journal around your insights on all of these and to see what new insights you can have with yourself. And writing can be a really beautiful practice in order to tap into that subconscious mind, journaling and free writing, and recognizing that actually our mind can communicate with us in this way where we can begin to understand more and actually be surprised by what we discover on the page. So there is me. I decided to go with hope in the end and try to remember what a lotus flower looks like. But today it looks like that, and it felt like there's a little embryo in the center of the petal, just taking its time to grow and be nourished again, and yeah, taking its time. Just taking care of yourself, taking a moment, and yeah, just choosing to nourish yourself. Maybe go out on a walk, take a shower, read a book, watch something, just to recognize that you are allowed to undulate, to move between experiences, that we don't have to sit in the inquiry, and we don't have to stay stuck within this, that we get to walk away and choose joy again. Maybe you want to dance to a song, maybe you want to pet your dog or eat something nice or eat some chocolate, whatever. So yeah, take care of yourself, nourish yourself, and find a way to honor yourself. So if anything came up that was an action or a desire, what is one way that you can incorporate that into your day for the next little while? Maybe let's say a week or 2 weeks, just to really honor that part, if it feels good. So take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.